Hi Mucker, welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, I just want to show you my outfit because this is the first time I'm wearing like a blackish outfit in quite some time. Why am I standing on my chair? Sorry, I just had a really big iced coffee which I made myself. By the way, if you want to see all of that journey and all of that mess and kind of why I'm so hyper, I'm vlogging every single day on my second channel, so you can see that, find that below, whatever you want to do. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about Ryland Lapdog Adams! Woo! Yay! We love Ryland on this channel. Okay, here's the thing. There is just... Babe. Babe. I did not mean to call you babe, sorry. There is just always so much going on with Ryland. You know what I mean? Like, for someone who hates drama, hates controversy, why are people talking about me badly? He's always doing something to get us talking. Right? Yes. So, with Ryland, I'm seeing online all of these people talking about him, from frenemies, to drama channels, to commentary, to Twitter, to Ryland's own fans. And there was something that happened that I wanted to do a follow-up video on last week. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna wait off because there seems to be still a little bit of like weird tension here between Ryland and his co-host, that there's probably gonna be more. So I waited, and yep, not only is there more tension, but there's more drama that I want to give my take on. If you've heard other people's take, let's hear my take if you want to hear that. There is now Ryland doing so many... Okay, we're gonna get to it. But before that, because we're talking about Ryland Adams, and I know that you're, gonna have to sit through that painfulness, I think that you deserve a treat. So, with that being said, I'm very excited to let you know, what a weird segue, that this video is sponsored again by adamandeve.com, who we love so much on this channel. So, if you want, you can go onto adamandeve.com and use code ADAM50 for 50% off of one item and free shipping in the US and Canada. And for Pride Month, like always, they do this every month, but a bunch of their proceeds go to fighting the spread of HIV around the world. They are such an amazing company, and they keep coming back to the channel because you're so engaged with the offers. So that is code ADAM50 for 50% off of one item and free shipping in the US and Canada. And they are just... they have amazing products. Let's ask the Mariah, Lily Ellen, Cher, all of the girls here have been absolutely loving Adam and Eve. So yes, if you want to go check them out, use the code. It would really support me and really supports the channel. And again, you get something in return. And because, you're gonna have to sit through a video of Ryland Adams, I think you deserve a little bit of a treat. Anyways, on with the video. So, we did a video on my channel 2 weeks ago in which we discussed that Ryland Adams was getting called out for being weirdly aggressive, weirdly rude, passive-aggressive towards his co-host of his amazing podcast, The Sip. It's like I say it so many times, but I just keep having to make the joke. What a phenomenal name for a podcast. The Sip. Wow. I feel like there's already like 10 drama channels here called that. So anyway, he was getting called out for being rude to her and just like never being interested when she was talking, which I think it's very clear that that's like... Ryland looks at this podcast, in my opinion, of his podcast, and Lizzie, the co-host, is just there. Like, and if he wants to do that, just make your own podcast. I don't know if it's a fear of, like, he's already getting low views with someone else, so if he did it himself, he would get even lower, and that's too much of an ego hit. Who knows? However, he's just unnecessarily rude towards her in this podcast, and it's not even, like, like, making, like, banter with your friend or whatever, like, messing around. It's just, like, uncomfortable to watch. So, last week, they addressed it. Like, they addressed the tension between the episodes, so I was gonna cover that. But now, there is also Ryland Adams literally coming for his own fans. And I have so many thoughts on this. Ryland is literally coming forward complaining about his fans that want more content from him. Literally, there's this video now going around from his news podcast in which he's complaining that his fans were commenting that they are so happy that they're finally getting longer podcasts. And pff, can you believe that? Like, the fans really are like, thank God we're getting longer episodes and more content of me. Can you believe that? They want more of me. This is fucking atrocious. Can you believe that? Mariah, can you this is what we're dealing with here. Ryland is now complaining that people are overly interested in him and that, you know, they want so much content off of him even though he uploads a 1-hour podcast weekly and that's it. It just makes me laugh, honestly. Ha 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 ha. Because, oh my god, I used to have a lecturer, Tracy, and she used to laugh like that unironically, and I love and miss her. She would go, ha 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 ha. I love Tracy. I feel like Tracy might be watching this. Tracy, baby, I love you. So, it's just weird to me that a YouTuber who has an unbelievable amount of privilege, as a YouTuber you do, you know, you have a very easy job. And it's like, he's here complaining that the fans are excited about his content, that the fans want more content off of him, that the fans are, you know, engaging with his content. Can you believe that? And even his co-host, which is so funny on why I'm putting both of these together and waited to do this video, because the co-host is standing up for the fans, being like, no, it's a great thing, they want more content. And Ryland's like making fun of the fans, like for wanting more, and this is what we're dealing with here. Him and Shane are the same person. Ryland, honestly, is a bit worse in my opinion, because Ryland, in my opinion, I keep saying that word, comes off as so materialistic. But it just feels very weird that you would complain that people are excited about your content. And this is hot on the heels of you getting called out for being so rude to your co-host, and now you're complaining about the fact that people want more content with said co-host. It's really, how are the fans supposed to react whenever Ryland is like mocking them and doing like their comments in this voice or whatever? Like, how are they supposed to respond to that? That's what I want to know. You know, are they supposed to be like, or like, are they supposed to cry or laugh? Because Ryland is making fun of them here, but they're the only people that are, you know, still supporting you at this stage. Like, is Ryland Adams in 2021 in the position where he can make fun of people for supporting him? Because I feel like the rest of us are already doing that, you know what I mean? Wow. Okay, so mentally, let me process this video. So we have responding to getting called out for being rude to the co-host. We'll, you know, focus on that first. Then we're going to focus on him making fun of the fans, which I just can't believe either of these things are happening. So let's hear what he had to say about them having tension and being very rude to his co-host. Let's hear.
Part of it is that I have Botox and my expression in my face is diminished. So people could read that as like mad or whatever.
I just think part of our relationship that I enjoy so much is our banter, and I think that sometimes is misconstrued as tension.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely demanding.
This is what I said to teachers whenever I would get in trouble for being rude to people in school. I would be like, no, this is just our, like, banter. You know, you don't get it. Like, this is how we act. Yeah. Yeah.
Obnoxious, but you also don't put up with that, so it works.
Yeah, I like to play. I like to go back and forth.
Yeah,
he likes to play.
I love it about us.
My favorite comment that I saw was,
no, I'm about to be upset, aren't I?
And I drafted a response, and I stopped myself. I was like, you know, when you like just have to type it out to make yourself feel better, and then you're like, I'll sit on this for a while.
Yeah.
I guess now I'm saying it on the show, so that's probably even more public than a public comment.
Yeah, this feels toxic.
But this person said, it's okay, Lizzie. I don't like cake either. Ryland can be such a buzzkill. And I'm like, okay, first of all, did you read what you said? Because I'm the buzzkill because I wanted to eat cake. It seems quite the opposite. Like, and
I love that you can't let this cake thing go, you crazy.
No,
this is so weird. So we have Ryland, Lizzie, and Shane in the background cackling at this joke that Ryland's making. And I have not cracked a smile. I have not cracked a smile. Have you?
7 exclamation points. I'm the buzzkill for not eating cake. I wrote it out, I screenshotted it, and then I deleted it.
Good for you. Good for you. Let's have a round of applause for Mr. Adams.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you
He got over it without going through it, under it, or around it.
And then I took the most toxic direction, going straight to saying it on the show.
Directing it direct
Don't worry, no
your
one's gonna see this.
Tell your audience how you feel.
I mean, I just wanted to clear the air and say that we're doing fine and better than ever. I wanted to touch back on my Titanic, though, because the greatest
scream cry.
Whenever you have to say that you're doing better than ever and you're so happy and all, that's whenever I side-eye it. So, my opinion for that before we now go on to him making fun of the fans, which he was making fun of them there too, Which is so funny because whenever they were calling Ryland out for being rude to Lizzie, they were standing up for Lizzie, and Ryland is making fun of them for that as well. It's like, Ryland, do you hate your audience? Like, is he in a position to hate his audience? Because they're dropping like flies. Anyways, now let's go on to him talking about the fact that he was angry at his fans. This is, in my opinion, very telling of Ryland's character. I'm not even talking about, like, personally. I'm talking about, like, professionally. If professionally you don't care about your fans, what do you think of them personally? What do you think of them off camera if this is how you think of them on camera? Y'all, pick up on this. Pick up on this. I have been in situations with creators on YouTube, face to face with them, and I can tell you now, not once have they talked bad about their audience. They've never talked bad about their audience, because it's like, they're the people that get you, they're the people that are choosing to support you. They don't have to support you. They don't have to watch your YouTube videos, and Ryland, they're watching very little. Like, they're hanging on by a string, and you're like, cutting it. Like, you're not even cutting it. You're lighting a flame next to it, and it's, like, sizzling away. What a great, like, diagram I just painted there for you. Anyway, so let's hear him making fun of the fans.
I was pretty upset over this past week about the podcast.
Oh, you were?
It's like he says this every week.
All of the comments were like, finally a podcast! Not cut down to nothing. And
no, why would you be upset about that? People love us. They want more. I tell you this every week.
It's the aggression in...
What? Like, he made fun of his fans, being like, finally, not a podcast that's cut... Like, they're literally... That's them giving you feedback, and that's them also giving their opinion on something, and they're excited that you're giving them more content. And what do you do in return? Make fun of them. Are y'all using that Adam and Eve code yet? Adam50. AdamandEve.com. Fucking hell. I might need to after watching 2 videos of Ryland Adams back to back.
That people love us. They want more. I tell you this every week.
It's the aggression in which they approach appreciating.
You're creating the aggression.
Yes! Okay, I literally don't know anything about this co-host, but what she's saying here is so true. Ryland is saying the aggression in their comment, you know, saying that they're so excited that he's giving them more content. He's reading it like, na-na-na-na-na-na, whenever he could be reading it as, na-na-na-na-na. You're adding that, and Trisha Paytas does this all the time, where they'll read a comment really fast, and it makes it, out of context, look very chaotic and stressful or whatever, and it's not really. It's like, I don't know why all of these YouTubers do that. You know, if someone comments on my video, are you sure you want to eat that? And I could be like, are you sure you want to eat that? No, they commented, are you sure you want to eat that? Are you sure? Like, your dog Bonnie's looking well. Your dog Bonnie's looking well. Like, you can just read it in 2 different ways and it changes the thing. There's no need for reading a comment in such a negative light whenever it's a positive comment. Adam, I'm loving your vlogs. Oh, Adam, I'm loving your vlogs. Like,
aggression in your articulation.
They're creating the aggression in the way that they're saying they appreciate a longer podcast. They could just say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for the hour-long podcast.
There! But then he's like, oh my god, I'm so grateful for the hour-long. And then he would be like, oh my god, I'm so grateful. It's literally just the way he's speaking it. It's the way that he's choosing to talk. I feel bad for the fans. Because I know that they're, well, a lot of them are like old. But like, older, I mean, you know, like, older. But I mean, a lot of them are very young. And it's like, this is what your, first of all, if your idol is Ryland Adams, you know what, I'm not judging, you do you, but if your idol, I'm not gonna finish that sentence. If your idol, see, I can talk like that.
They're saying, finally, a podcast that isn't cut all the way down to nothing. This is essentially a vlog show.
And yet, they're watching and subscribing and living and loving and
I love
grateful
that
for more
how
time.
her attitude is
I
towards
think you
us.
should see the silver lining in this.
That we can talk and talk and talk.
And that these people love it.
I am very appreciative that they like the longer episodes.
I can't believe that's what you were upset about.
Well, it's just like some of the aggression, and there were some that were just like, yay, getting my coffee ready.
I really feel like the aggression you're hearing, it's like, I think it's like how people think that you and I are constantly on the brink of like fencing to the death. Mm-hmm. I think that you're hearing the aggression where people are hearing that you and I are tense. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
You see what I mean?
Do you want to talk about how you were going to expose me this week?
I don't have to expose you.
Yes, you do.
No, you exposed yourself.
No,
you
I
silly
did
little
not.
bitch. Oh, you did too.
Oh my
I
God.
exposed to who?
To
you.
me in writing. You stupid bitch. You want me to keep this to myself? You send a voice memo that goes away after a period of time. This silly little bitch. Fucking. I sent him one of the Paramore Olivia Rodrigo comparisons on TikTok.
Well, she knows she's not allowed to send me
Babes, I'm just gonna keep calling you that. I'm sorry, I'm not watching the rest. It feels really just like a high school mean mentality to make fun of your audience like that. And it's not warranted whatsoever because they're being positive. I want to put some hand sanitizer on. I just feel like I need it after watching that. It just feels really, mean-spirited that, like, these young fans, like, if I focus on the young fans, because I know there are young fans of Ryland Adams. We see them on Twitter. Literally, like, 10, 11, 12-year-olds. They're commenting that they're excited that he's, giving them longer content. Wow, something to watch. And he's reading out their comments, making fun of them. And for the Ryland Adams fans, the older ones, so he's allowed to do it to his own fans, but people aren't allowed to do it to Ryland? Which one is that? I really don't like this, and there's a lot of stories about Ryland that we've been covering, but I think this one is, like, taking the cherry on top of, like, ignorance and just being flat out rude for no reason. There was no reason for this. It just makes me feel really weird because, like, you're in such a lucky position as a YouTuber, even me, that you're choosing to watch this video. And it's like, for someone to not only take that, for granted, but to make fun of said audience is so pathetic. And Ryland Adams doing it, Ryland Adams viewers are only Shane Dawson viewers. No offense to the Lizzie girl, I'm sure you're great. But people are watching because Shane's laughing in the background. Or because they know that Ryland is, with Shane. I get the appeal. Shane isn't here, so they're watching that. I get it. But why would you make fun of them? And the fact that the co-host was calling him out for it and he continued doing it really shows the dynamic a bit more. Now, I don't know Lizzie, the co-host, background. Maybe you can let me know whether she was on the internet before or whatever like that, or just a friend. But the way she was able to handle it, where she was speaking calmly and being like, no, you're creating this anger from them in your own voice, and they're being excited that they can have more content, and they're so grateful that you're giving them more, and they're watching, they're subscribing, why can't you see that? It's like, thank God there's like one rational person in that, but at the same breath of me, saying that, it makes Ryland look even worse because he's doubling down on the fact that he's so angry. He literally said that his week was ruined because of his fans. And not his fans trying to cancel him, not his fans bringing up his past, not his fans, being toxic or whatever. His fans ruined his week because they were excited about his podcast. Now, we know not many people are watching that podcast, so you would think he would be basking in the fact that anybody's watching it. And that's not even a drag. The views speak for themselves. Be grateful for your audience, Ryland. You know where they came from. Cherish them. Listen to what they're saying. If it upsets you, okay. Like, even if what they said, that they were so excited, really ruined your week, why would you come on the podcast making fun of them? Like, do you realize that the viewers of the podcast are those people? Like, there's no, like, subgenre of people. There's just your viewers. So you're making fun of them to their face. There's no one else that really enjoys this content. So you're doing that just in their face. And how do you think they feel about that? There's nothing more to say other than it's incredibly disheartening to see a YouTuber talk like that. Regardless of who it is. Regardless of who it is. I want to know your opinion on both subgenres of this video today. I love you. Thank you for watching. Again, you just sat through a video about Ryland Adams. Go treat yourself on adamandeve.com. Code Adam50, 50% off one item, free shipping. This part of the video isn't even sponsored anymore. I'm just like, such a good deal. I love you. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and yeah. Mwah. Bye, bye, bye. Oh, by the way, remember I'm vlogging every day on my second channel, so if you want to go watch that.